as those 4. They're going to hit the field. Well, they just made a liar of me. That's the way this year's been, though. Everything they've done traditionally, they won't do again.
You've always got to have a plan B and a plan C, and it has been especially important this year.
Less calling was more calling. So we kind of got silent, did a little bit of moans, a couple clucks here and there, and that next group worked right into us.
And 12, 13-pound big honkers are falling within a foot here and a foot here and a foot here. There's a couple times where I have to literally hug the camera. Show up. In a million years, I never would have dreamt that we'd be sitting here waiting on 1, 2 more geese to finish up a 6-man limit of honkers. So much of what we do is planned out. You know, you scout birds, you figure out what they're doing when they're doing it. But one thing this year that has really stuck out is you better have a plan B, a plan C, and quite possibly a plan D. And that's exactly what happened on this morning's hunt. We scouted these ducks and geese the day before. The plan was get in there, hide on the bank of the pond. There were a lot of birds on the water, a lot of birds in the field. Typically when geese come into a setup like that, they're gonna hit the water first, then they're gonna jump to the field. It was cold that night before we scouted them and the water stayed open. So we had planned that the water was gonna be open the next day. It was gonna be warmer that morning. But we get out there and lo and behold, the water's locked up. You know, you've only got a half hour before daylight. You got to make a split-second decision. You know, we're already here. We've got everything ready. Let's just go to the other side of the pond, set up on the bank, try to shoot them in the field. It's not going to be as easy of a setup. It's not going to be as easy of a hide, but let's see what we can make happen from our plan B. Yo.
Heads up, boy. Just watching.
Yo.
Initially, you get out there in the blinds, you're excited to call, everybody wants to call, you want to call the geese in. But we found after the first couple groups, we were pushing them out. Less calling was more calling. So we kind of got silent and did a little bit of moans, a couple clucks here and there, and that next group worked right into us.
But being on that bank and having that crosswind, I have to film from the side, so it's not as pretty as it could have been. But given the scenario where there's no space behind those blinds before you get to the pond, I've got to film from the side. So a lot of these geese look like they're crossing hard as they're shooting them, but really they're finishing right into the blinds. I just had to film from the side. 10, 12, 13 pound big honkers are falling within a foot here and a foot here and a foot here. And as you can see on the footage, there's a couple times where I have to literally hug the camera to protect it. I'm not worried about myself, I'm worried about this little black box on this tripod and these meteors, these giant Canada geese falling from the sky all around me. You know, it got scary a couple times. It was funny. There was definitely some fear there, but you can't complain when you're finishing geese that close and shooting them, you know, and they're landing right next to you.
Kill him. Kill him.
Because we weren't able to hunt the way we wanted to, like I said, we had to kind of adapt and overcome where we were. Making the birds swing on the right, and then they were getting right above us and they were close, but it was just awkward shooting, and Blake was spending half the time covering the camera, dodging it.
In a million years, I never would have dreamt that we'd be sitting here waiting on 1-2 more geese to finish up a 6-man limit of honkers. It's the unpredictableness of this year. You've always got to have a plan B and a plan C, and it has been especially important this year. You know, we could have gotten to that pond bank and saw that it was froze over and lost hope, gave up hope, you know, packed it in and went home, but we were already there. Everything was already out in the field. We had to make the best of the situation, avert to plan B, and that's the reality of waterfowl hunting and what we do.
Yeah, we can't shoot that pair.
Yeah, that pair's of specs.
Yeah, they're all.
Are they all?
Yeah.
Take them. Got a little wood stork for you, Kenny.
Yeah, here you
Get a
go.
wood stork.
Kill it.
Kill him.
Kill it.
Somebody.
Mike,
Mike.
kill him.
Oh, that was like.
Really? That makes for great camera footage, Nels.
And that is predictable. It is predictable that they are unpredictable.
Yeah, no,
That's 2015-16 in a nutshell, right there. However many letters that is. 9 letters, 8 letters.
Exclamation.
2015.